And we are back to Fate Grand Order. Hello, this is Astrojan, and we are doing the Akihabara Explosion. And, well, not much more to say, let's just reach to it. To the City of Dreams. Oh, one thing to say quickly is I'm recently getting over a cold, so I won't be trying to alter my voice in any way due to already stressing-ish enough. The gentle tap of the chisel is sweet as birdsong to me. The file sanding back and forth hums a rhythm as peaceful as the ocean waves. Its little teeth tickle. His sighs are warm and comforting. Oh, calloused palms, please don't let go. Ah, I wonder, when was it that I first became aware of his love? Oh yeah, another thing. I did do some rolling beforehand. Is it a bit low? Can't tell. One moment. Nope. I think that's good. What was I saying again? The only thing I got was a C. No statue lady for me. So you guys know why I called you all here, yeah? It's probably pretty obvious by now, right? Fofo, fofo. I have no idea what you're saying, but you're probably right. Yep, we've got yet another minute singularity on our hands. What are the odds, right? So good job, Fo. You get 3,000 Da Vinci points. Fo... Da Vinci points, huh? I wonder what you can exchange them for, or if there's a bonus for collecting enough. Call out to events. Anyway, saying that aside for now, I assume this briefing is about how we're going to repair this latest minute singularity. Where is it? Japan's. Feels like we've been getting a lot of them there lately, doesn't it? As for when it's taking place, it's actually pretty close to the present this time. I'm guessing you've probably heard of this particular place before too. Modern day Japan? That should be fairly safe then. So, where exactly is it? The Hokkaido region, known for its vast natural beauty. Yokohama, the thriving coastal city. Suzuka, the racing mecca. Sounds like you really know your Japanese geography, Director. Well, of course, any driver with his gearshift enjoys studying maps and imagining how fun it would be to tear through the streets in any given location. But I digress. Where'd you say this minute singularity was again? Tokyo. I see. Well, that's disappointing. They say the traffic there is horrid. I've heard of street races happening on the Shuto Expressway, but I understand they're illegal. Never been to Japan myself, so take them at their words. I'm pretty sure it's legal to drive at top speed anywhere in Japan besides a racetrack. Unlike some countries, there are no autobahns or other sorts of highways with no speed limits there. Phooey. Okay, but Tokyo's a pretty big place. Can you narrow it down a bit more? Sure can. Looks like this particular singularity is located in Akihabara. I see. We've been to Akihabara before, although that one was part of a larger tabletop game world. But I assume this one is more normal, relatively speaking. Looks like it. While there may be some things that are different from the real Akihabara, as this is a singularity and all, it's definitely still located in the same place as the one in Tokyo. It's here. It's finally here. The true Akihabara singularity. Osaka Bieme? When did you get here? Kini suru na... I mean, never mind that. Akihabara. Akihabara! The bewitching heaven on earth which draws even hikis like me even when we don't have any particular reason to go there. That is Akihabara Mash. I see. At any rate, if there's a singularity there, we must have detected some kind of abnormality, right? So what was it? Good question. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to figure that out by just by observing it from here. We definitely know it's a singularity. Right now, that's all we do know. So after you race up there, your first order of business will be a bit of recon to figure out what's going on. I also think it would be best if Mash went along on this one. Together, you two should be able to analyze and process a lot more information. Got it. So basically, business as usual then. That should be fine. I doubt there will be much in the way of danger there, so I'll leave you all to work out the details yourselves. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to get another piece of this new cake, so I can provide the kind of detailed feedback the cooking team asked me for. I was very clear that just one slice is enough for me to determine how balanced its flavor profile is. Hopefully he's working off that cake. Senpai, you've been to Japan before, right? Did you visit Akihabara while you were there? Well, isn't it implied that the main character is from Japan? Well, as I said before, I personally haven't been there. No, I don't think I ever got around to it. That's closer to the truth. Magisterially? Talk about a wasted opportunity. Well then, you'd better watch out, Ma-chan. If you keep missing out on places you want to go, the monster of Hakuro Castle will come and get you. Alright, that's me. As for the rest of the team... Ooh, I want to go too. In fact, just try and stop me. Well, that kind of enthusiasm should probably be helpful on the mission. So why not? Now who else to pick? Ideally, I'd like to send at least one more servant. Oh, Ares. You guys are going to Akihabara? Oh yeah, come to think it. You're originally from there, aren't you, Ares? Well, I'm guessing my Akihabara is pretty different from the one in this world, but yes I am. Then you should know much more about its geography and climate than I do, even if our worlds are different. Would you be willing to come along with us, Ares? It would be a very big help. Sure, sounds good to me. I'd be glad for a chance to go. It'll be interesting to see how it's different from the Akihabara I know. Thanks, Ares. I'm glad you're coming too. Well, I am your servant now. It's only natural for me to support my master. Not much point getting excited about it. I guess the four of you should be enough. And there's Nero. She looks very smug. I sense somebody watching. Umu, I thought I might try hiding, but it seems I just could not get away with it. For my charms are so great, they cannot help but cause the very air itself to cheer in my presence. Nero, were you listening to us? 'Tis all right, Mash. No need to say another word. Any worries you may have had are over. For I, the great Emperor of Rome, prepared to join you on the Singularity Expedition as well. You're coming too, Emperor Nero? I don't remember hearing about that before. That is because I only decided it just now. I see. Well, you would certainly be a big help in combat, but... why are you inviting yourself on this mission? While this surely goes without saying, I shall say it nonetheless. I know very well that Akihabara is a city devoted to song and art. How then could I not come along? Is that true, Senpai? Technically? Right. A city devoted to song and art. Huh. That definitely doesn't sound like the Akihabara I know. Here, he, as such, is all but inevitable that my splendid, gorgeous, rosy emperor herself will be the last one at the proverbial, or perhaps even actual, party. The rest of you may race safe without worry. I also recommend that you do not think about what you might find at our destination. After all, a surprise cannot be a surprise without being, well, surprising. Oops. Surprise? What surprise? Oh, that reminds me. There's something else you guys should know. We discovered that someone had taken advantage of the window of time in between discovering the singularity and calling this meeting to secretly ray shift there before you. I suspect that certain someone must have used some kind of privilege to get that stuff, the staff to do that for, I mean them. Any ideas of who it could be? Have been. I'm not sure what do. Excuse me. I am sure I do not know what you were talking about. And even if I did, I cannot recall what it could be thanks to some headache I have now. Yes, that is it. Oh, or perhaps I have simply forgotten all about it thanks to Diana, the goddess of moon. Let's go to what happened to my uncle. Good grief. At least I doubt whatever mischief she got up to could have done anything to make the situation worse. And there she goes, tempting fate. I don't know what you'll find once you get there, but try to keep an open mind. If you can. Don't worry, I've had plenty of practice with Narrowfest. You mean the festival that was put on to compete with the one in Olympia? Not exactly. Narrowfest is a festival that kind of sprang up out of nowhere and got all of Chaldea caught in its wake. I'm not even sure who really qualifies as a festival. If you want to know more, it would probably be faster if you watched records of it in the library. Well, part of me is really curious. One other part knows I just get overwhelmed from the sheer culture shock. I don't even like contemplating how long it took me to get the image of Gisette Pyramid Himeji Castle out of my head. It was one of the most devastating mental attacks of all time. Anyway, it's pretty impressive that you put on a festival named after a single servant, even if she is an emperor. It never ceases to amaze me at how, open-minded Chaldea can be about these sort of things. Oh, maybe we could have a Voyager Fest sometimes, too. Theoretically, at least. I'm not saying we have to. That would be adorable, probably. That was cute. Carrying Voyager around like that does seem like it'd be fun. Right? Hey, quit reading my mind. Anyway, now that preamble's out of the way, why don't you guys get going? Get to this mini singularity in Akihabara and find out what's causing it. And that's it. Now go get ready to race shift. Got it. Very 8-bit-ish. Is that the explosion I'm going for? Ooh. Hey, that's the exact same seed I got. Okay, I already see at least 2 Narrows and her Noble Phantasm. I'm finally here in Akihabara. It looks kind of different than I imagined. I mean, it definitely still feels like Akihabara, but okay, you guys are now on what's basically Akihabara's main street. How are things looking there? It's certainly lively. There's so many people here, and it looks like we're in a pedestrian-only zone. I don't see anything threatening. Yeah, this is about what I expected. It's very different from the Akihabara I know. You know, I actually feel the same way, even though I've never been. Really, Senpai? You think there's something unusual about it too? Well, now I see 3 narrows. I knew it. This place isn't like I've seen in the database or anime. Then again, maybe it's just because this one's from a different era? I don't think so. Timeline-wise, this is definitely modern-day Japan. That said, you're right. The cityscape doesn't seem to match with our data on Akihabara. Maybe it's something to do with the singularity? On a different subject, is it just me or are there people staring at us? Ooh, cosplayers. Whoa. Is that Uriel or Stheno? Check her out. Damn, right. That's some kick-ass cosplay. Hey, you think she'd let us take a picture? Pretty sure that's against Main Street rules. Oh yeah, too bad. But isn't it also against the rules to walk around in costume like that? I guess she must have been so casual about it, the guards didn't even notice. Just look at how naturally she wears it. She's gotta be a professional cosplayer or something. Well, they're the only ones who are gonna get in trouble if the guards do notice. In the meantime... Yep. All we can do is smash our inner like buttons. Today was a good day. Did you hear that, Arichi? Huh? Me? Don't try tonight. They totally think you're doing Yamatai Koku cosplay. Want me to call you Himiko to keep the illusion? Huh? Hold on. I know I look out of place here, but that doesn't mean I'm doing cosplay. Besides, this is just how I manifested. That shows for you guys too, right? Hey, why don't you look me in the eye? Oh, but right. I guess it's a lot stranger to see servants walk around in this Akihabara than in mine. But then, in that case... Where did that come from, Nero? What's so funny? Oh, nothing. I just thought now would be a good time to explain what's going on. Let's be honest here. Everyone was looking at me! That is no slight on you, Aries. You are without a beautiful young lady. In this land, my glory shines particularly bright. Thank you, Nero. That's very kind of you. Oh man, I can't believe the actual Emperor of Rome suggested I was beautiful. To answer your puzzlement, take a look at that, and don't forget that. Is that Samba Kets? What the? Are those ads for Narrow Goods? Hey, yeah. Now that I'm looking around, they're all over the place. Nani the hell? What's going on here? Allow me to explain. This is a city of music and artistry, and in my reign as emperor, I was famed for my love of both. It only makes sense that I would wish to obtain this city for myself, does it not? Oh, though as also a master servant, I would never interfere with the effort to erase this singularity. Besides, it's not as if I can just pocket the city like some bauble. So I thought at the very least, since this city is renowned for its art, I would describe my image upon it as the ultimate artistic expression. In that way, even if I cannot truly possess the city, I can still make it mine. And so, I used all the power at my disposal to make myself known throughout all of Akihabara. I had the highest quality figurines made in my stunning likeness, started a weekly comic and anime, ensured I went viral on all social media platforms to the point that even I wondered if I was going a bit overboard. And while I am, of course, also working to record an album of my greatest hits, my need for total perfection is making it take a longer to release than I would like. Well, she's certainly thorough. So for that, I'm afraid you will simply have to wait a little longer. At any rate, you can see the fruits of my labor for yourselves. The merchandise has found enormous success, and there is now no one in all of Akihabara who does not know my name. Well, Master, are you surprised? Excuse me while I pick my job off the ground. Good grief. So you were the one who secretly reached it here earlier. In the future, I'd really rather you didn't go around changing singularities before we even had a chance to investigate them. I take your point, but it's not my fault. Making snap decisions is simply part of my imperial image. All that aside, there could have been much time between when this singularity was first discovered and when you began your, campaign. Honestly, I'm surprised you managed to accomplish this much so quickly. The most important element to determine whether something succeeds or fails is marketing. And thanks to my imperial privilege and Rome's generous coffers, such feats of marketing were trivial for me. Though, of course, that would not have worked had the city not been receptive to my charms. Translation: you used threats and bribes to get what you wanted. Sasuga, tyrant emperor. So what, did you change the cityscape here to match your tastes too? No, I'm fairly sure it looks the same as when I did when I arrived. Whoa, check it out. Isn't that narrow? Hey, yeah, it is. Wonder if I can get an autograph. Just as I expected. As a mall for the city's hottest new IP, I am bound to draw attention. My, it certainly is tough being so popular. Unfortunately, now it's not the time to be celebrating. We should be trying to avoid attention, not attract it. Harry says right. Let's relocate for now. Then come with me. There's someplace I wish to show you. In fact, it is the biggest surprise of all. Alright, guess we better go with the Emperor for now. I just hope I get to go shopping soon. It's gonna be like a towering skyscraper or something. This looks like the main plaza in front of the station. I don't see anything that looks like it's a big surprise. Listen and be amazed. There is a life-size figure of myself located at the best spot in front of the station. Or at least, there should be. I've still yet to see it for myself. At any rate, now that the figure is in place, acting as a symbol of the city of art, all who disembark at this iconic low station will be greeted with the sight of me in my gorgeous yet formal bridal attire. Once they do, its glory will make them tremble, and my stunning beauty will surely take their breath away. As such, it is the cornerstone, nay, the crown jewel of my plan to make Akihabara mine. Now, here we are. Behold my artistic triumph. None. Why do you all look so dumbfounded? It is right there, placed in front of the station's exit. You cannot miss it. There, see? See that exhibition case. It can only be used for the most popular of IPs. And as you can see, that is where my... Where is it? What is going on? I had every confidence in the artisan I contracted to complete the project. According to our timetable, it should have been completed, delivered, and put on display long ago. What's going on over there? It looks like they're about to show something on that building's giant screen. Never minding some inconsequential broadcast. We need to get to the bottom of my mysteriously missing... Wait, what? Narrow? Hello all you lovely people out in Dreamtown. The angel of Akiba is here. That's right, it's me. How have you all been? Make sure to stay subscribed and keep those notifications on so you don't miss a single second of Akihabara's official idol/cheerleaders livestream. See you soon! What am I doing there? Okay, Hmm. What in the world? What could this mean? Was that Nero up there on that screen? Of course you did not. I am right here. What is that? I may not know what it is, but me being me, I do know what it is not. That is not an independent being with a spirit ring, reflecting a different aspect of myself, like we see in Caldia every now and then. Nor does it have anything to do with my servant self. Yet it does look like me, even though it is not. How in the world could this have happened? Hmm? Someone who looks just like me? Whoa, it's Nero. I love you, Nero. Please take my money. You there. I wish to speak with you. Oh, it's really you. Oh, wait. Are you a Nero cosplayer? Wow, I'm impressed. You look just like her. I have very complicated feelings about this, but I will untangle all that later. Tell me, who's that up on the screen? Huh? You're cosplaying as her without even knowing who she is? That's Akihabara. She's kind of like our homegrown idol, you can say. I guess you'd say. Anyway, we can't get enough of her. I see. Then let me ask you what may sound like a very strange question. Is she by any chance a doll? Yeah, why? Wow, you guys never heard of the Akihabara miracle before? In this town, the King of Figures gives life to any doll who's truly loved. Nero was the first miracle. She used to be a life-size statue in front of the station. But then the King of Figures came along and boom, she started walking and talking just like a person. I can't believe it. It sounds like something out of a fairy tale. The King of Figures? Who is that? The King of Figures is just that. The King of Model Figures. Well, really his skills are more godly than kingly. At least that's what they say. I've never met him myself. So you never met this person, but you still believe they can bring dolls and statues to life? See, be honest, that sounds very hard to believe. Well, hey, proof is all around you. Akihabara is full of living dolls these days. I just scanned your surroundings, and it looks like he's telling the truth. Where do you want to go next? How about karaoke? That place over there has a huge anime song collection. Let's play a fighting game. I haven't played one of those in forever. Fine with me. You don't mind if I beat you, right? Oh, now you're asking for it. Let's do this. Best of 5. Now that you mentioned it, there really are a lot of dolls walking around here. It all seems so natural that I didn't even notice before. Perhaps that is this singularity's abnormality. A world where this king of figures gives life to dolls, enabling them to move around the city as though they were people. And a world where my doppelganger has become the top idol without my permission. While it is, of course, breathtakingly obvious that any double of mine would have more talent than she would know what to do with, I cannot condone her embarking on a career in the entertainment industry without my say-so. Besides, if anyone who looks like me is going to do such a thing, it should be the original. Next, I'm going to do my best to sing a little song. I hope you like it. La. What? What? Sounds pretty average to me, honestly. I'd even say it's kind of underwhelming. Master, we still have a lot of things we don't understand, but at least we know one thing for certain. Whoever that is, she definitely isn't an arrow. Because I'm guessing she sings better than Arrow. That's for sure. I have no idea what led you all to such a conclusion so suddenly. But I am glad that we are all at least on the same proverbial page. Indeed, that Nero is no more than an imposter. Sus. Oh, that was low-hanging fruit. I swear, Who does she think she is? Happily singing for an audience with my face. I should be the one on that screen, not her. Well, now we know about these dolphins in the city. But even if they are proof that this king of figures person really exists, why aren't you guys more freaked out that someone's going around giving inanimate objects life in the first place? Oh, that? Is it because we're wishmen? The king of figures made a lot of dolls you see walking around now, for some purpose or other. But they all say that if you approach him with true love in your heart, he'll reward you by giving life to the doll you love. Isn't that awesome? If you already got a figure you love, there's nothing better than it wanting to talk and hang out with you. But that's why most of the people here in Akihabara now are folks looking to have their beloved figures brought to life. They're all desperately hoping to meet the king of figures. Of course, even before he showed up, most of the people here were really all into kinds of media, anime, manga, video games, you name it. We want nothing more than to live in those worlds and to be in relationships with our favorite characters. I don't know who first came up with it, or when they came up with it, but that's why we all started calling ourselves Wishmen. I see. So it's a self-given title then. Hey, you have to admit, that's a lot better than just guys who want stuff. Well, can't argue with that. Never mind what you call yourselves. The problem is this king of figures person. Do you know where he is? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Excuse me. You're cosplaying Nero, right? Would you mind if I take a picture? Ooh, me. I want to take one too. Where did all these other people come from? I knew my adoring public could not stay away forever. Very well, then, go ahead and line up. I gotta ask them. Why aren't you wearing a bridal outfit? Are you new to cosplaying her or something? If you really want people to recognize you who you're dressed as, you should make sure you got her original outfit down before you start branching out. What are you talking about? This is my original outfit. Oh, I see. So you're a fan of the original Nero, huh? Man, you don't see a lot of that these days. Especially since Nero's so popular now, she's basically taken over the whole Nero genre. Hell, some newcomers even think that this whole trend started with Nero. Can you believe that? Why that little? Police. Golems? Oh, so these are the guards. Photography and congregating are prohibited here. Please disperse immediately. Oh crap. It's the Akihabara guards. What are those things? More dolls, the king of figures brought to life. They're basically an autonomous police force that goes around patrolling Akihabara. There have been a lot fewer muggings since they showed up, and it's great how they help recover lost articles and reunite lost kids with their families. But the downside is, they're really strict. You must be this impromptu congregation's ringleader. Come with us. You must be punished for this infraction. What infraction? Do not be ridiculous. All I have done is stand here and be myself. Be gone, you fools. So that's how it's going to be. Very well. Transitioning to coercion mode. Restrain, secure, arrest, imprison, educate, sentence, execute. Looks like they're not gonna let us go by the fight. What do you want to do? Let's hold them off until we can make a getaway. Understood. I understand you're upset right now, Nero. Please try to go easy on them. Because they're technically police force, I guess? In this singularity? Wish I had chosen a multi-hit. But too late.
テル宇宙の剣技をお見せしましょう。ダブル早期銀すなわちコスモスエーテル宇宙しかる秩序行くぞツインイニアドディザスター。ここでまっすぐしばしお待ちを。夏といえばカレーですので。しばしお待ちを。夏といえばカレーですので。エネルギーイン。美味しいお店紹介してください。勤務時間に圧倒します。ズバッといきます。はあ撃てマルミアドワーズ。はあ圧倒します。ズバッといきます。足を狙います。はあダイナミック。先に進みましょう。宴会は大勝利の後に取っておきます。
Honestly, why should I, of all people, have to run away as though I did something wrong? We don't have a choice right now. Causing more trouble won't help us. Let's see. Looks like you're currently one street off from the main street. I can't believe it. I finally make it to Akiba, and I haven't even I haven't even gotten to go to a single store yet. Once we have a better idea of the situation, we can take stock and... Wait, hold on. I'm picking up another servant reading not far from you. About 20 meters northwest from you. It must be near one of the stores across the street. See if you can spot anyone there who looks like they might be a servant. New girl. What an intriguing figure. The details are exquisite. I can tell that an especially great amount of care has been paid to the chest and rear end sections. I can't really comment on that. Goodness, there's some details you can't even see unless you turn the figure upside down. Incredible. Yes, this definitely deserves a gold star. I don't know if she's a servant, but there is a lady that scoping out the Bishojo figures like a real man of culture. Alright, here's the next part. Well, we just can't ignore her. Let's try making contact, but cautiously. Understood. Here goes. Excuse me. Could I talk to you for a moment? Yes? What is it? Before you ask, I'm not looking to buy any paintings. She definitely doesn't seem like a newcomer to Akiba. No, this isn't about paintings. I, couldn't help but notice you're a servant. You see, we're trying to repair this singularity, so I was just wondering if I could ask you what it is you're doing here. What I'm doing here? I'm afraid I don't know. When I came to, I was here. Sounds like she's a rogue servant summoned by this land. Then, assuming she's not lying, but I do know that there's something I want. In fact, it is my only reason for being. What's that? I want to be reunited with the only man I will ever love, King Pygmalion. King Pygmalion? As in the King of Cyprus from Greek mythology? Does that mean you're... Yes, my name is Galatea. I was a statue he sculpted with his own hands, before his love made me human. Oh, really revealing outfit. Meh. How familiar are you with the story of King Pygmalion? I've heard of it, but don't know the specifics. so not very, I'm afraid. I'm not overly familiar with the details, but I do think I've heard the name Pygmalion before. Makes sense. His name is still in use today, such as the term Pygmalionism, i.e. a paraphilia that describes people who have a very strong attraction to statues or the like. Very well, I'll go over the broad strokes of the story myself. As the patron emperor of arts, I am, of course, well acquainted with it. One day, Pygmalion, the king of Cyprus, as well as a skilled sculptor, made a statue that was truly beautiful to behold. He fell deeply in love with the statue, for he had sculpted it in the image of his ideal woman. But of course, you could not love him back. Over time, Pygmalion grew weak and emaciated, too overcome by his unrequited love to take so much as a single bite of food. But then, a god who could not bear to see him suffer any longer granted his wish and gave the statue life, turning it into a human woman. And that's you, huh? Wow. Now that I'm getting a better look, your skin is beautiful. It's so smooth and supple, just like a doll. What am I saying? Gomenasari. That was probably really rude of me, wasn't it? That's alright. Please don't worry about it. Apparently, as a servant, I'm simultaneously a statue and a human. I have no feelings about being either superior or inferior as a result. All I really care about is remaining the woman King Pygmalion loved. Oh. If you're interested in my composition, would you like to touch me? You really shouldn't say that. Really? Are you sure? Okay, if you don't mind. Whoa, this is amazing. Your skin is definitely as soft as a normal human's, but it's also got a heft and smoothness to it no human could ever have. Man, I could touch you all day. And these lines are just sugoi incredible. No, Khan perfect. It's very kind of you, but it's King Pygmalion who deserves all the credit for my construction. Just ignoring that. But, don't you think that your outfit exposes a little too much skin? I mean, it looks more like a swimsuit than something from Greek myth, no? That's rich coming from her. This outfit was also given to me by King Pygmalion. I was naked as a statue until he took pity on me and gave me these clothes later. That makes them even more proof of his love, that I am prepared to push back hard against any negative opinions about them. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to criticize them. As long as you're happy with your outfit, I don't have any objections. Really, it looks great on you. Man, she's beautiful when she's angry too. So, what about the mecha stuff? I know Greek myth and FGO is all mechas, so I don't know what you mean by mecha, but it was Lady Aphrodite's power that gave me life, in addition to King Pygmalion's love. She was the goddess who was so moved by his plight that she granted his wish for me to be human. Aphrodite. Flashback. Ooh. That was blurry for some reason. So perhaps these things you speak of are a manifestation of her blessing. The goddess Romans called Venus, no? Now that you mention it, there is something oddly familiar about your weapons. Are those weapons from her too, then? These aren't weapons, so much as sculpting tools. I was born from sculpture, and of course King Pygmalion was one of the greatest sculptors who ever lived. So it follows that I, too, would have an affinity for it. In fact, he was the one who taught me how to use a chisel at his workshop in the Cypriot Palace. That said, this divine chisel belongs to King Pygmalion, and is infused with Lady Aphrodite's power. So I'm not sure why it's now in my possession. Well, you wouldn't be the first servant to materialize with an item related to a spouse or hated rival. You probably just that the you probably just have that deep a connection to it. Now what I'm more interested in is how this lines up with what we've been hearing. Right, this Akihabara is apparently filled with living dolls, thanks to someone called the King of Figures. Since your story is about a statue coming to life, Galatea, I don't think your presence is a coincidence. The King of Figures. I hope you don't mind my asking, but you tell me everything you know about what's going on here. This is embarrassing to admit, but I haven't been able to focus on gathering any information myself. There are so many intriguing figures in the city, and they're all made so incredibly well that I haven't been able to tear my eyes off them. Right? Of course, we'd be happy to share what we know. One conversation later. I see. So this King of Figures is bringing dolls to life. I'd ask if you have any idea who it could be, but I think we can all guess. Yes, since I'm here, I'd have to assume the King of Figures is King Pygmalion. That is the obvious answer, isn't it? All I want is to be reunited with my beloved King Pygmalion. That is my one desire. So I must meet with this King of Figures to see if he is also my king. However, I am also unfamiliar with this land. So while I realize it's presumptuous of me to ask this when we've only just met, we'd be glad to look for him together. Really? Are you sure you don't mind? Not at all. I'm trying to find him as well. Plus, if he really is King Pygmalion, then having you along will make things go much smoother. I mean, you're his wife. Of course he'll listen to what you have to say. Please decide what we'll do after we meet with this King of Figures person. For now, I have no objections either. As a beautiful woman from this distinct air of Venus about her, you are more than qualified to join us. And hey, it's like they say, no Michi is long with good company, and I makes the world go round. Thank you, everyone. That's very kind of you. Alright, now we just have to find out where this King of Figures is. That Wishman guy you were talking in front of the station said that everyone knew that before you got interrupted, right? Finding him might prove to be as easy as just asking around. Do you think he'll actually be that easy to find? I mean, that guy also said he never met the King of Figures himself. Something doesn't add up. Good point. I wonder what that was all about. Only one way to find out? Alright, go ahead and start asking around. And try not to get too distracted by all the figures and stuff in the stores. There'll be time for shopping later. Irk. Irk. I'm so sorry. I do understand now is not the time for that kind of thing. But I always find myself entranced whenever I see an especially well-made doll. Oh, it's nothing to do with being jealous. As a sculptor, myself, I just enjoy admiring the, quality of their construction. Oh man, she's kawaii when she's embarrassed too. No wonder that king was taken with her. Even I'm tempted to take her home and put her in all sorts of outfits, like my own Bisca dolls. That would probably get you arrested. You will form your party immediately, okay? Conversation. Well, that was surprisingly easy. Seems everyone really did know where to find the King of Figures. Right. It really does sound like it should be very easy to find. Oh, do you think that might be it? So that's where the King of Figures lives. Skyscraper? The Akihabara Tower Hall. What the Jikoku? That is all Shiga wrong. This isn't the Akihabara I dreamed of. I mean, I do think I've seen a building kind of like this in pictures, but I'm positive it's nothing like that. This definitely seems way taller than it should be. What is this? I don't even know what to make of it. I'm pretty sure this goes without saying, but the record, my Akihabara never had anything like that either. That building does seem more familiar than the rest of the cityscape, but there's something about it that feels different somehow, even aside from its ridiculous height, I mean. I suppose we can at least be sure this is Akihabara if nothing else. Maybe we took the original Akihabara structure and essence and kind of remixed it somehow? There is something undeniably artistic about the way this building's exterior blends harmony and discord, and how it is so unabashedly reaches for the heavens themselves. And while I cannot help but admire how it strives to stand out at any cost, never mind, my evaluation of this tower's aesthetics can wait. More importantly, those wishmen said the King of Figures lives on this building's top floor, right? That's right. But they also said we wouldn't be able to get in easily. I wonder why that... Ah. Greetings, let us in at once. Your Imperial Majesty? I guess you didn't hear that part. I wish to ascend this tower's highest floor. Open the doors and step aside. Oh, you must be new to Akihabara, huh? We don't get a lot of newcomers here. I don't blame you for wanting in. That place does have some excellent stuff for sale, but it's too dangerous for all but the most experienced shoppers. That's why we keep it closed off to beginners. What? Preposterous. No matter how unusual this building may look, it's still merely a store, yes? What could possibly be dangerous about a little shop? Emergency, emergency. We've got 2 customers at consciousness level 1 who collapsed from exhaustion. I'm taking them out to the tower so they can get the treatment they need. No. Let me back in. I still haven't bought that limited edition. Or that autograph book. Please. I quit my job just so I could come here. Let me in. I still have money to spend. No swag is worth your life, gents. Oh man. I only got a whiff of what's behind those doors when those guys got carried out. But I could instantly tell it has the same Warzone energy as Servant Fest. No, if anything, it's even stronger. There you see. Shopping here is no joke. If you're not careful, it might put you out of commission for good. And like it's more difficult the higher up you go. Well, they say shopping is hell. The first thing you do is make a points card and grind up until you're a high-level wishman. That will give us an indication as to how well you know your way around Akihabara. Once you're high enough level, we can let you in. Huh? We have to level up? That's right. Let's see. We're all together, yes? Then you can use this wishman card for groups. You level up by shopping in various stores around Akihabara, which will earn you points. Just to make sure you remember to present your card when checking out. Oh, and some stores may have special events that will let you earn bonus points if you can complete them. Alright, good luck. Sounds like a pretty standard rewards program. So basically we need to spend enough to become platinum members and get access to special perks. Why should we bother with such hassle when we can simply smash through those doors right now? But then again, perhaps I should not be so hasty. I remember what happened last time I let my emotions get the better of me, and I have no wish to make trouble for you like that again, Master. So it seems we have no choice for now. Understood. Then let's force our way. Seeing my king again is my greatest priority. I am prepared to do whatever it takes to make that happen. I do hate to destroy anything he may have made, but don't worry. I'll make sure to fix it again later. Oops, I had a word. Anyone who makes dolls can also repair them. Uh-oh, a rule breaker. I'm so sorry, beginners. If you want to listen to reason, we'll have to make you. Akiba guards, assemble. Galatea, what are you doing? Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Galatea can obviously hold a conversation, but she's still technically a berserker. Now that I think about it, she might operate normally, but on different logic from us. The rest of logic from the rest of us, like Miss Nightingale. Anyway, just keep that in mind going forward. Why didn't you mention that sooner? Seriously. Berserkers. They had to think of some way to include the class, considering that they just have everyone be a mindless rage. Oh, excuse me. Didn't notice.
大丈夫。落ち着いて。普段通りに。
100. I'm guessing we just gotta defeat a set number and then we'll be let out.
これは私のことの葉が紡いだ終わりなき願いのものだ。パルフ大陸は今宵はここまで。もちろんこの話これは私のことの葉が紡いだ終わりなき願いのものだ。パルフ大陸は今宵はここまで。
Feel free to skip ahead if you want, because this is just going to be... Noble Phantasm, Noble Phantasm, Noble Phantasm, Noble Phantasm. Well, it's like Noble Phantasm no more.
これは私のことの葉が紡いだ終わりなき願いのものだ。パルフ大陸は今宵はここまで。もちろん話をお望みですか。これは私のことの葉が紡いだ終わりなき願いのものだ。パルフ大陸は今宵はここまで。
And I was right. Certain number of turns or kills and we're good. Nah, no way. Mere impossible. There's way too many of them. Seconded. There certainly are a lot of them. Whoever made all these models is nothing if not prolific. Nero, hello! All of you lovely people out in Dreamtown. The Angel of Akiba is here. Oh my, what's going on out here? Did the tower get a millionth customer? Then let me make your lucky day even luckier. Congratulations! It's Lady Akiba Nero, the official idol of Akihabara, His Majesty the King of Fingers' right-hand doll, and the honorary Akiba Guard Advisor. That's me. Hit it, Nero boys. Woo! She's got henchmen. It's Med all over again. Henchmen? Oh, silly Billy. These are just some of my fans. So what's going on here anyway? Aha, you! Oh, now I get it. You're newcomer wishmen who are having trouble following the rules designed to keep everyone safe, right? Just because you want something, that doesn't make violence okay. Okay? So cute, so cunning. I love her. Narcissism. But I must remember, that is not really me. I only hope my spirit origin can handle these conflicting feelings. I must say, if she's doing this intentionally, then she's one of the most fiendishly clever people, or dolls, of all time. Tee-hee. Nonetheless, I cannot turn back now. My singing, dancing doppelganger. What are you up to? What is it you want? What do I want? I just want to enjoy the life the King of Figures gave me. I have purpose of a doll and the passion of a human. Together, they enable me to do what I do. Actually, isn't that true for all of you too? Narrow, narrow, narrow. Aw, you guys are the best. Alright everyone, get in here for a group selfie. I'm gonna make it the thumbnail for my next live stream. Okay, here goes. Say Akiba. Whoa. What was that strange catchphrase and kawaii pose you just did? Is it something unique to this particular Akiba subculture? If nothing else, she does have the charisma to charm dolls and people alike. Anyway, no forcing your way inside, okay? That wouldn't be fair to everyone else who got inside by following the rules, would it? My darling wishmen all make their way to Akihabara with their hearts on their sleeves. I'll always stick up for them. I see. So we have your word on that then? As long as we abide by the rules, we'll be allowed into this tower? And eventually we'll be able to see the King of Figures, correct? In theory, at least. Though I doubt you'll be able to make it that far. And personally, I think it'd be better if you stayed away. Looks like we're not getting through these doors by force. Fall back. Understood, Master. Nero, Galatea, I understand how you feel, but right now we need to leave. Okay, that was definitely a lot. At least now we have a good idea of the situation. Now we know that the King of Figures is on the top floor of Akihabara Tower Hall, and that the tower is a unique kind of shopping center that's only accessible to high-level wishmen. Then we're just going to have to reach that level ourselves. I thought I'm able to just fly straight there. Looks like the tower's airspace is protected by too many flying Akiba guards to risk it. So maybe just playing along will actually be the quickest way inside. Yes, I think so too. However, according to the rules on the card, there are limits to how many points. Excuse me. Limits to how many points we can get at a single shop, so it will probably take some time. I don't think there's going to be any way to do this as quickly as we'd like. It's Daijoke, Master. Mash. I know just what we need to do. Really? What is it, Princess? We got a group card, right? And they didn't say there was a limit to how many members the group can have, right? So all we have to do is get everyone else Chaldea to help us. Huh? As in every one of our servants? Yep, we have to visit a bunch of different stores. It'll be quicker that way, especially since we all want different things. So we all work together, we'll buy all kinds of different things from all kinds of different stores. And it'll be easy to rack up a ton of points. Plus, every servant can find something they want here. I guarantee it. I also guarantee that I'll all have enough money stashed up to buy whatever that may be. Somehow, I doubt that's true for Voyager. Well, for the ones who don't have any money, they should be able to borrow some from others or trade their skills or items for some. True. I am sure everyone could receive fair lending rates and barter value if the Chaldea Merchants Association were to get involved. I wouldn't trust those two at all. But why go to that trouble when I could just use my Roman money to buy out all the shop's inventory myself? There are a few things I dislike more than frugality, which is another way of saying I'm a master spender. How naive. You underestimate these hallowed grounds, Your Imperial Majesty. Going shopping at Akihabara on your day off isn't a game. Just look at this pedestrian-only zone. Remember those guys we saw being carried out from the tower earlier? Even buying everything you want from just one store can totally wipe you out. Stretching toward Akiba, shopping is all about stamina. Trying to do it all yourself could easily kill you. I see. Well, if you are that insistent, then I will take you at your word. There's just so much I'd like to say right now, but I think the final call is a mess to make. So what do you say, meh? I like the everybody goes shopping plan. It sounds fun. Alright, in the field, Commander. If that's your decision, I'll trust your judgment. Because that means our next stop is to go shopping and start earning points. I was like, this is going to be a special kind of mission. Like when we all worked together to deliver packages a while ago. Man, I am not looking forward to managing logistics like that again. Well, at least we're in Akihabara this time. So there ought to be plenty of places we can go to recuperate when we're worn out. In fact, we may be able to get points at some of those places as well. Anyway, I'm sure we'll find some spots like that the more shopping we do. So as long as we take advantage of them as we go, I'm sure things will be daijobu. Good point. It doesn't look like the Akiba cards will give us trouble as long as we're not breaking any of the rules. We should be able to move around pretty freely. So our plans to go shopping, huh? Got it. Now I know why that woman doubted I could make it to the top of the tower. I have no money. If I'd stay on my own, I'd never been able to even make it past the tower's door. I can't thank you all enough for letting me join you. Though I do feel bad that you may end up wasting some money because of me. Don't worry about that. I was planning to spend like no Ashita anyway. We won't be out anything. They said there are some shops where you can earn points by participating in special events too, right? So maybe you can help us out by focusing on those, Galatea. Of course, I'd be happy to do anything I can do to help. Alright then, we're all ready to begin. Let's do so at once. I now understand that I cannot do this alone, but still have my reasons to do as much as I can. For the time being, I will not hesitate to earn points by instantly buying any art I find beautiful. Now cry havoc, and let's slip the walls of war upon Akihabara. Yeah, let's blow all our money. Oh man, just the thought of spending everything I have to buy all this stuff I want is giving me a dopamine hit. Are you sure you're not going to regret this once you look at your wallet after all this is over? Don't say it. Just Yamate Kura stop. Okay, well, we'll be getting started, and I'll probably include here a little thing of fast forward to this point if you don't watch all the floors. Okay, win. I'll do like a first few, and then that'll be it for this episode. Let's go.
ロス。
もう一頑張り。そうそうこれね。あら、私は平らにしてやる。結び、開き、私という女に溺れてちょうだい。
おい、さまよい。いね。
これが開拓者魂だ。もうおしまいね。朽ちてしまったのですもの。
ビアオロテナ目の当てられんダサくぶりだな。いい時代だ。資料集めには事かかる。損なうたびに思い出すがいい。メルヘン・マイネス・レーベンス。我が宝具の題名はファーストフォリオ。反逆こそが我が人生。おお、体の圧定者よ、刃を持って汝を打ち砕かん。何、終わりか。これはこれで物足りんな。冷静に冷静に行くぞ。
アブソリュートリー。
バルテラシダーテルモピライエ ロモタイム。
参ります。
計算通りの勝利です。どうですよ。勝利よ。出直していらっしゃい。そして命の価値に区別なく。行くぜ、てめえの自業自得だ。女神よ、女神が見える。生きてくるせてやがる。この辺りが頃合いですか。まさかの企画日時。わかりますね。坂島に死ね。ベルクアメスタ。おいおい、生き残っちまったよ。節操が殺めるのはまったく仕方のない。
姉上の意向にひれ伏すがいい。僕ですか？アルゴノーツ出陣の時だ。みんな くなれ。みんなみんなみんな。
海を行き果てよ。百羅だ都会。
見せてやるイヤソンの栄光を。アストラップしてやるぞ。猛烈に嫌な予感。この私に命令か。
いざ尋常に。
畳みかけ。それ。聞かぬな。この私に命令か。いけ。無様に倒れる。
くらえ。
無様に。あいた。ここでこうだ。当然だろう。おいおい。畳みかけ。
それ。くらえ。
いける。無様に。なんの
承知。
アルゴノーツ出陣の時だ。行け我らアルゴノーツ。アストラップしてアルゴ。キラクレス。
よろしい。武蔵坊弁慶の名をここに示す。
買い物には危険がいっぱいなのですね。
気に入らないな。
じゃビビってる。パイレーツ
ムラムラしない。
拙者はします。拙者の怒りが打ちを栄誉にかけて。
飲むしかないのか。
行くでござる行くでござる。クイーンアンドリベンジ。これこそがアスカロンの真実。汝は凛、罪ありアスカロン。あなたも検討しました。ただ少しだけ足りなかったものがあるだけです。 では果たし合おうぞ。
殺しますね。天使さんお願いします。殺しますね。
闇に住むは我らが得てなり。
宝軍準備ですね。
ここが
かしこまりです。私は世界を動かせず、けれど世界は私を鈍らせる。ラ・レーブ・アンソレイエ。
魂なぞ飴細工。雲を殺せザバーニー。ツバメ返し。
勝ちました。やりー。
よかろう。血を
目が私に力をやろうか。よかな
準備。
この道の先に勝利あり。チャンピオンストームブリカ。
真の工芸をご覧に入れよう。アラド・ボルグ。
さあ、あなたの首をちょうだい。ファム・ファタル・ベーゼ。
力の差があった。それだけのことよ。
オペの時間だ。
治療法が決まった。
行くぜ。
足りないこの程度はせいぜいだ。これを試させる。
行くぜ。
しゃし頑張ります。シャバカ頑張ります。システムアポロン起動。トロイアスバレルチェック。トロイアベラスドッセーそーれ発射します。お願いします。わかり
行くぜ。
頑張ります。
任せな。落ちろ。
そう
はい。行くぜ。
わかりました。頑張ります。
せい。
へいへいへいどうせ
行くぜ。
よく聞くぞ。
せい。せい。